Why am I off some days? What's your favorite fast food restaurant? Do you like thinking outside the bun? Personally, I'm loving it when I have it my way in a little place with a big taste by eating fresh because it just tastes better. And I don't have to ask where's the beef, but can come hungry and leave happy with some hot eats and cool treats. I bet you're hungry now. I am too. See ya. One of the clear industry leaders that I rarely ever hear someone say something bad about is Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, as of this video, is ranked number 5 among all the fast food chain restaurants in the country. What is shocking is that they have attained this remarkable achievement while taking Sunday off. Why in the world would they forfeit a day of business? Chick-fil-A's founder, Truett Cathy, supplies the answer in this statement of conviction. He says, closing our business on Sunday, the Lord's Day, is our way of honoring God and showing our loyalty to Him. Of all the chicken joints out there, is there any debate about which is the best? This is probably why Chick-fil-A has earned the honorable distinction of being called the Lord's Chicken. God doesn't have some holy flock of chickens, but He does appear to have His own fast food franchise, much to our delight. The principal scripture upon which Truett Cathy is found in Deuteronomy chapter 5, where God charges His people to observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy, as the Lord your God has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work. Deuteronomy 5, verses 12 to 14. The 43 references to the Sabbath day in the Pentateuch, which includes Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, emphasize several features of the Sabbath that include the importance of rest, humility towards God, the sacred nature of the day, care for the needy, permanence of the statute, and consequences for disobedience. These teachings, combined with another 111 references to the Sabbath, elevate this topic to extremely important. Some scholars through the ages took the matter too far. During the 400-year gap between the writing of the Old Testament and the New Testament, well-intentioned religious leaders of the day added restrictions God never intended. The Damascus document of the 1st century and the Book of Jubilees of the 2nd century add these superfluous prohibitions: wearing perfume, opening a sealed vessel, sexual relations, starting a fire, riding an animal, riding in a boat, and dozens more. You could imagine how burdensome these stringent regulations must have been and how grateful the people were when Jesus arrived on the scene. In Mark's Gospel, the disciple John Mark records an instance where Jesus broke one of those rules, much to the chagrin of the Pharisees. The Pharisees were a religious Jewish sect that maintained a very, very strict adherence to the law and to the traditions. Jesus actually broke their version of the law many times, but you can read the details on your own. In beautiful simplicity, Jesus cuts to the chase with one powerful sentence. He says, "The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath." Mark 2:27. At this, Jesus' accusers likely stood agape, pompous cheeks fluttering with prideful bursts of wind, but no substance. In a flash of insight, Jesus explains that the Sabbath is a rule that serves man, not the other way around. The original purpose in the Old Testament law had run amok because overzealous religious elites conflated human opinion with God's commands, thus diluting their intent to serve mankind. Sadly, much of the beauty and wonder of God's revelation has been muddied with the grimy hands of priests, leaving the masses befuddled with oppressive measures God never intended to give. Thank God Jesus cleared it up. Jesus elevates the supreme benefit faithful observance of the Sabbath confers on humanity. The book of Deuteronomy we read from earlier used the adjective holy to describe the Sabbath. The word holy essentially means set apart or distinct. The Sabbath day is effectively a different day. It is distinct because you break up the monotony of the typical workday and construct your day according to your needs. The primary need after a heavy work week loaded with work is rest. Experts constantly applaud the merits of rest. And here are just a few reminders of what a Sabbath day rest can provide. It optimizes health by improving athletic performance. It regulates blood pressure and therefore reduces the risk of heart disease. It reduces inflammation throughout those achy joints and regenerates your immune response. It enhances your work capacity by augmenting your concentration and clears away all that mental fog. A down day also gives your emotional side a boost by warding off depression. Here's a helpful phrase to sum up this lesson. You will have more on days if you take an off day. Conversely, you will have more off days if you don't take a day off. Additionally, your on days will be more on if you take a day to rest. God's intention is that a different day, a day of rest, will help you decompress from the pressure cooker that is daily life in the workforce. Returning for a moment to Chick-fil-A, some business experts believe they should add that extra day and increase their profit margin. What these secular thinkers fail to recognize is that preserving a day for rest is a God-designed multiplier. When we take that necessary break to refit, retool, and refresh, we are increasing our capacity to perform at peak proficiency. They faithfully honor this God-given regulation, and if we do this, we are blessed for it. Because of it, they have more on days because they have taken a day off. You can too. Give it a shot and discover how God's ancient wisdom holds true today. You'll have more on days if you take a day off.